What's going on? Welcome, everyone, to the first ever edition Hella Dope Wrestling Reviews, Episode 1. I am the one and only Black Knight, here with my wrestling cohort, the commentator of commentators, the Tony, who am I? I guess you would be more like the Bobby Heenan? More like
I'm going to need you to put some respect on my name. First of all, my name is Ted DarkClaw, and I am a 15-time WWE 2K World Heavyweight Champion, all right? They don't just hand these belts out to just some regular chump, all right? You got to earn this right here.
Oh, okay. I'm
so
sorry,
let's get our facts straight. Yeah,
I didn't know it was that prestige.
I didn't know we were on an amateur show.
Anyway, you guys normally see us on Sunday nights with our This Is Hella Dope show, but we wanted to do something a little different, add a second show to the channel. So here we are talking about wrestling. So here we are. We're going to discuss and kind of give thoughts on this past Elimination Chamber that was held in Montreal, Canada. Mr. DarkClaw, what'd you think about the show in general? Let's just start with that one.
Are we not going to talk about what we're drinking tonight?
We'll get there in a second. We'll get there.
Okay. Cool. My bad. I don't know the format of amateur shows. So my thoughts on the show. Great show. Right people won. You know, our tribal chief is still our tribal chief, as he should be. 900 plus day reign and counting.
I mean, some shady tactics, though, right? Come on.
Shady tactics.
The blood, like, come on. Yeah, the bloodline. They popped in. Come on. We're not even going to talk about Brock Lesnar yet, man. When we get to that, I'm going to give you all the smoke.
Brock Lesnar did a great job.
Oh, get out of here with that. Brock Lesnar did a great job. My 8-year-old did a great job in his match against the dog. And you talking about Brock Lesnar?
Hey, I would pay to see that.
Actually, I would too.
Sports bet in Ohio. Let's go.
Before we get cracking into the actual cards and just in general wrestling chat, looks like we got some popping chat there, sir. What we got going on over there?
Oh, you're asking me?
I am asking you.
Because I cannot see a thing.
Well, that's what happens when you wear sunglasses in the house.
When I'm supposed to wear normal glasses. No, I can't see anything. Literally can't see anything. You're not
anyway. I'll get
everything tonight.
So, Realm of Toys, thank you. Welcome. If you saw the thumb art that was made from Realm of Toys, make sure you're following him on all the socials. He does phenomenal work. I ran into him on TikTok, and it just meshed all good. He does phenomenal photography. If you're not following him, you definitely should be following him right now. We got our boy, we got Exion Figs in the house. Exion, how you doing? Welcome.
Good.
That must be Mrs. Brother the Shiz. We could probably interpret that somewhere. Get you an S, not so Superman like. Make that happen. The Shiz.
The Shiz.
Last name Knit.
I like that.
We'll add that. We'll add that to the merch. Looks like here we are. Sabab Hamad, how you doing? Checking in over on Twitch. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you enjoy the show.
We got a Twitcher. Welcome, sir.
We do. Also, the one and only Largo's Lair is in the house. Digging the shades, Ted, he says. I mean, they're okay.
Look, I didn't expect Jim to pop in. I don't know if wrestling is necessarily Jim's cup of tea, but I appreciate the support, man. And honestly, Jim just knows where all the class is.
All right, we got my brother, my actual blood brother, Uh, who won? Jaden or Rocky? It ended in a disqualification. Mom put both of them to bed. That will follow up at WrestleMania inside of a steel cage. Well, at least that's where the dog will be. We'll see what happens with the kid. Who we got? Axion Figs again. Ted so cool. The sunshades on 24 hours a day. Stupid camera doing it again. Our moderator, our favorite moderator, is actually here today. Miss Chloe Skies. What it do?
I did not expect her. She said she had to do college girl things. So
see, sometimes when you do college girl things, it involves being online. So showing the support. But while she's here, Mr. DarkClaw, and I'm dealing with this fuzzy camera that won't get back into focus. What you sipping on?
I have a special drink today. In this hella dope mug contains all the tears from the Canadians in Quebec, Montreal, Canada, as they soaked the floors after their hero, Sami Zayn, lost to our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And let me tell you, that tastes good. That tastes real good.
Honestly, man, that's horrible. Actually, no, it's horrible. Sami Zayn put up a fantastic fight. Should have won. Got screwed over by the bloodline. Okay? Montreal got screwed. Sami Zayn didn't get screwed. Montreal got screwed. Talking about sipping the tears. What's wrong with you?
It's delicious. Would you like some?
Sure. Actually, I would.
Yeah, there you go. But on that note, Mr. Blacknight, I have to ask you. It's only polite. What you sipping on?
Well, since it's not Sunday, I'm still drinking my Still Reserve strawberry. Gotta keep it.
The same one? You're on the same one still?
Yeah, I couldn't finish it. No, this is like my fifth one. Anywho, moving on. Jim Largo once again dropped by just to show support. Last time I watched wrestling, Roddy Piper was still okay. That's been a minute, but we still love it the same. Miss Chloe Skies, you look like Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
That's what it says. You look like Andrew Tate. Laughing out loud.
Andrew Tate.
She also says she's eating ice cream right now, so she has time. So
okay, that's fair. I'm glad she made a decision on that.
Oh yeah. So let's just kick off the show with the first match, okay? First match of the night was the women's Elimination Chamber match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Honestly, it was predictable. I mean, how could you not see this coming? Who else was better to face Bianca Belair than the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka? Like, who else was going to win that?
And this is going to be a weird scenario tonight where you and I actually both agree on something because I don't know who Back Muscles Girl was, but that was the only person I guess I thought maybe had a chance, only because I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, but you're not going to put up two baby faces together. That doesn't make sense. Unless you turn Bianca Belair heel, which I would actually like to see.
I don't know what Asuka is, I
don't think anyone knows what Asuka is.
I do, she puts on the face makeup and she makes funny faces but yes, out of everybody in that match, the most experienced and the most likely to succeed would have been Asuka 100%.
I mean, let's run through this match. You had, other than Asuka, you had Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
You had Corey Graves over there oogling and googling about his wife being in the match. Fine. Maybe she could have done it, but no dice. You had back muscles. What's her name?
muscles.
Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez Fernando, whatever she goes by now.
Back muscles. That's her name.
Yes. Back muscles that's who that is. You had the insane Nikki Cross. That chick she's 3 screws loose to the wind. But I would love to see her refine this role and like win something. Anything. Even if it's a title, even if it's the title for like a week. Like I just want to see her like with Sanity, get them back together and just go fucking wild. That's what I want to see.
I would also like that, but her alone, I don't see her really taking much ground. I mean, the whole superhero gimmick is over, and I think that's a good thing.
Dude,
that we moved on from that.
The mere fact that was a thing was lame.
Well, that's what's interesting about her. When you play a crazy person, you can play anything, and if it doesn't work, you can just revert back to being a crazy person.
Well, then she should have been a crazy superhero then. Mix both worlds together.
Like a supervillain?
Yeah.
Well, maybe she wanted to live out a fantasy, Let her live that fantasy, bro.
Also, you had Liv Morgan, former champion, took out cashing her Money in the Bank against Ronda Rousey. Some controversy was there, apparently. But, she got it. She had a nice little title run. And then Canada's own Natalya. Another Canadian. Not a Canadian can't. She's a Canadian.
Natalya's there for a reason. Natalya's the den mom. She's got to keep all them girls in line. If you can't do, then teach. And that is what Natalya does. Every now and then they throw her a bone. But she's got the moves. She just lacking that charisma right there. But she can hold together a match. She can move really well. And I think the girls are better off having the experience of Natalya around. And I think that's just going to be the role of Natalya forever.
Doesn't make her a backstage talent then. Make her a trainer or something. There's no point putting her on. There's no point.
Get match experience, man. It's fine. Let her do her thing. I ain't got no quips with Natalya. Fabulous female wrestler. Back in the Divas era, Natalya was the best of them until Charlotte came around.
Exactly.
And then Natalya and Charlotte put on some damn clinics,
But Charlotte put on that. I mean, she's riding off that Flair name, man. Come on. Like, you take Ric Flair out of the scenario, who's Charlotte?
A really good women's wrestler.
You keep puffing that cigar there, buddy.
I'm just saying, if you're not watching Charlotte match,
I will tell you though that, that NXT match between Charlotte and Natty. No, that NXT match was fire though. I'll give you that one. Yeah, that thing was
best women's wrestling we had ever seen.
Anywho, Realm of Toys asked a question, and we're gonna answer. Maybe we'll get to it. So he's asked, what match stole the show? I mean, match-wise, had to be the main event. Sami Zayn, the tribal chief, match of the night. Spot of the night goes to Montez Ford for that little flippy-whippy-do thing he did off the top of the cage.
You mean where he just climbed up a cage and said, I'm just going to let go and fall and die now?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. I mean, then it was that it might have been the women's match. I'm thinking it was the Hurricane Rana flip power bomb thing. It might have been I don't know. Anyway, Montez Ford, what you got? Do you agree? You got something else you got over there?
No, I 100% agree. Main event was match of night. That's what put butts in seats. The Elimination Chamber is a spectacle, but one can say that this year was a little bit different than past years. We're used to a champion defending in an Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
And they went the route of the Sami Zayn versus Roman, which I'm not against. But good move. I thought it was very interesting putting the U.S. title in an Elimination Chamber match.
Well, I mean, they did a tag team titles 2 years ago, so it only made sense to eventually put that in there. I would expect next year to see an Intercontinental title.
Yeah, no, I mean, Walter in an Elimination Chamber match. Sorry, Gunther in an Elimination Chamber match. First of all, he's going to murder everybody.
Oh,
he's just going. No, I don't want to sign up for that match.
The only person that could even maybe put a dent in that man right now would be the almighty Bobby Lashley. And on the rant the warpath that man's on right now, he could do it.
I don't know. Tell that to Brock Lesnar. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll send him a message.
Yeah, do that.
Adam goes, Bret Hart got screwed. Sami kept to the script. I don't know. No. I don't think he kept to the script, but I mean, he definitely had that home field advantage and then just got it all swept from under him. I mean, Roman Reigns, the man played the heel role perfectly. He came out first, soaked in the booze and the FU chants like a true heel should. Sami comes out to the crowd chanting his name and his, that thing they do, soaks it all in, blows the man a kiss. Blows the man a kiss in the ring in his hometown. That's true heel fashion right there.
Hey, the second thing we'll agree on that crowd was red hot. Absolutely red hot. Perfect crowd for a wrestling match. And, it's, first of all, I do have to say, to all you in Quebec, Montreal, Canada, it is incredibly disrespectful to boo the WWE Universal World Heavyweight Champion, especially when he is your tribal chief and he is gracing you with his presence. So all that booing, unnecessary, just made you all look stupid. Just saying.
Oh, please. Those people deserved a Canadian champion. They had it right there in their hands. And the tribal chief does tribal chief things, resorting to cheap tactics to secure a win.
Sami Zayn is no Bret Hart, and the Canadians deserve better.
Oh, shit. Bret Hart's no Bret Hart right now.
He's fucking 75 years old, man.
Ric Flair's still doing it.
Break.
Ric Flair's still doing it.
Freaking Goldberg freaking messed up his head, dude.
Oh, Goldberg's already messed up in the head.
And you know what? Goldberg still hasn't apologized for that shit.
Oh, you probably won't either.
Just saying.
Anyway, moving forward. Exion Figs. Cross is just a support animal for a real wrestler. Interesting. So what are your thoughts on that?
About Nikki Cross being a support character?
Or more just the comment itself?
Nikki Cross has potential. I do like the crazy gimmick. She does need something to I'm sorry, what was the question?
The question was, is Nikki Cross just a support animal for a real wrestler?
Look, given the right circumstance, Nikki Cross has her place. If that means Nikki Cross's place is staring up at the lights while a better performer and wrestler takes the title, then so be it. That's her place in the pecking order. It's pro wrestling, survival of the fittest, figure out your shit or, stare up at the lights.
This guy. Okay. So this is where we're going here. I got you. I see where you're going here, Mr. DarkClaw.
Look, I can't say I necessarily relate because, again, as a 15-time former WWE 2K16 World Heavyweight Champion, I don't look up at the lights a lot.
I see.
A lot. So I can't understand it.
So there's been 15 times that you've at least looked at it. That's what I thought. Next question. Anywho, after that match, we rolled right into what would have seemed to have been a match of the Giants, the Titans, the Almighty Bobby Lashley versus the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Now, on paper, I'm saying Brock Lesnar gets the W all day.
Yes.
On paper.
Yes.
Bobby Lashley came in with some smoke and fire. He said, look here, Brock Lesnar, I'm coming for you. I'm going to put that ass whooping on it, and you ain't going to do nothing about it. And he did it. He put that whooping on that man, and he resorts to a low blow? Brock Lesnar, come on.
What do you mean, Brock Lesnar? Bobby Lashley set this whole thing up. Okay, so look, I've watched Brock Lesnar for many years. Okay, I watched that man take John Cena to Suplex City for
16 times
to the point where it was ignorant, and I thought John Cena was dead. I'm like Ralph Wiggum, like he's already dead. And then I watched Brock Lesnar murder Randy Orton, leave him in a puddle of blood in the ring to the point where I thought Randy Orton was dead. And then he's going to go and break the undefeated streak of The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Oh my goodness.
Unheard of.
Bobby Lashley.
I think it should still be intact.
Bobby Lashley knew he didn't have a chance. No chance in hell. So what did he have to do? He had to make it look like Brock Lesnar gave him a low blow. And then he had to resort to the ref, say, ref, he kicked me in the balls. And the ref...
Because he kicked him in the balls!
Yeah, because Bobby Lashley made it look that way.
He kicked him like a government mule.
Sir.
Ode to JR.
Have you ever seen a Brock Lesnar match? Brock Lesnar does not need to resort to cheap tactics to win.
It happened.
Bobby Lashley needed to make it look that way and then go crying to the referee because he knew his time was up. He was about to go be a tourist at Suplex City.
You are lucky I don't have a clip of that match due to TOS and not sure if we're going to get kicked off here. But I'm going to find some stills on the next show. Oh, yeah. That man straight kicked him like he was trying to kick a football. You might as well call him Charlie Brown.
See, this is what I love about getting on live streams of amateur shows is they don't have the facts to back up what they're saying. So
this is your amateur show. Got him. Yes. Finally. That's getting clipped, by the way.
I can see the mute button. I'm fine. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Anyway, moving on, sir. Thank you for that moment.
Oh my God. If I had my glasses, I would have gone on mute and turned off my camera, but I can't see anything.
Well, I guess that's good. Axion Figs, we got him rolling in tears. Thank you. We appreciate it. We try here, we normally talk about toys, but we're not. This is what we do. This is really me and him. This is actually how we really are when we're not trying to sell you toys.
That's right.
Actually, no, it's the same
day.
I don't know if you could tell. Sentinel back there throwing up the too sweet. Galactus is kind of doing the same. He's in his own little world. He also says he wasn't crazy the way the match turned out either. See, even Realm of Toys was like, look here, Brock Lesnar's a cheat.
That's not what he said at all. That's not what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
I can't even see the screen, and I know that's not what he said.
See, this is how I know you can't read, because that's exactly what it said. He said he's a cheat. Kicked him in the ding-a-ling. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If Brock Lesnar did do that, he has to have really good accuracy because Bobby Lashley, I mean, I don't know, but just from what I hear.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not all up in there like, hey, what you got going on down there?
I know people who have OnlyFans. I don't know.
Axion Figs, don't be defending this man, okay? Do not know. Axion, go to the corner.
No, what does it say? What does it say? We can read everything else.
He says he also saw Brock cheat. Didn't look clean. That's what he said. It's right there on chat.
Brock didn't cheat. Bobby Lashley cheated.
We'll bring this up real quick, only because I'm in the middle of something. Adam asked, have you heard the news about Riddle and Orton? No, I have not. At all. All I know is Riddle's dealing with some things behind the scenes, and he's going to be off TV for a minute. Would you like to fill us in on what the info is? I'll be more than happy to post it up there. But while we wait for that, after that depressing match,
it was depressing.
Yeah,
it was depressing. Brock Lesnar lost because Bobby Lashley cheated. It's the only way Bobby Lashley could defeat Brock Lesnar.
Bobby Lashley had that man in the hurt lock so bad that this man had to cheat and kick him in the balls to win. You know how many people tapped to that hurt lock crying to their mama? Brock Lesnar was about to be one of them. Mm-hmm. Crying.
Oh, man. Saw what I saw. I saw Brock Lesnar escaping that. Bobby Lashley knew.
You probably were having those sunglasses on. It's probably why you couldn't see it. that makes perfect sense, actually. Anywho.
Oh, man, these tears are good.
Get out of here. Next match that followed up was the mixed tag team match between Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley against the rated R superstar Edge and his wife, Beth Phoenix. I don't know. I mean, side note, I'm kind of done with this Judgment Day thing. Like, side note.
I disagree.
The match itself was okay. I mean, Edge is from Canada, another pop from the crowd. But like the match was okay. Nothing really to write home to mom about.
So, first of all, Judgment Day is just getting hotter with each passing day. Rhea Ripley is the true leader of Judgment Day. It's only a matter of time before Finn Balor gets the boot and Rhea Ripley takes over, but that's fine. For now, Finn Balor serves his purpose, and I think they're getting better and better. I actually even love Dominic Mysterio right now. As a man who spent 6 hours in county jail, I can relate a lot to Dominic.
He spent a lot of hard time. Yeah.
6 hours, sir. It's enough to change you. Okay.
Apparently.
It's enough to change you. And on top of that, look at Dominic Mysterio. He's a 2 at best, and he is bringing in at least a 5.5 in Rhea Ripley. So, way, way out of his league by a lot of numbers. But I enjoy the Judgment Day. I do think they're improving a lot. I thought the match was really good as well. My only gripe is the little kick out botch there. And if we're going to shit on AEW all the time, which, I'm first in line,
let's go.
You also have to shit on the WWE when they do it as well. And it was definitely a moment that took me out of the match because it could have easily been played off as kick out. And then suddenly Beth Phoenix just plops down. And you're like, but why?
Right.
But why? No, the match didn't change the world. It was good for the spot that it was in. You got 2 Hall of Famers in there. No hate to Beth Phoenix or Edge.
No.
And you got Judgment Day, where Rhea Ripley's hot right now. Finn Balor needs to be hotter.
Probably the hottest character in that group. We'll talk about the next, maybe who I would say is simmering right now.
Yeah.
In the next match.
Yeah, and I might agree with you on that as well. But the match is what it is, and But
Anywho,
props to Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I guess. Adam puts up Riddle is out of rehab, posted pictures on Instagram, says see you soon, bro. That's cool. I mean Riddle's cool. I like him. Bro.
Brah.
Rumble Toys. He's done with Judgment Day. It's getting stale. I agree to a point. I agree that like the current story arc is getting stale, which is what I was saying earlier. Like I thought, did you watch Raw? Did you watch Raw last night? Oh, you were working, so probably not. Anyway, like I thought like this was done. Like what more can you tell in the story? And then here comes Finn Balor all, I'm going to come beat you up after your U.S. title match against Austin Theory. Spoiler alert if you have not seen it. But yeah, like what else are you going to tell here? I mean, would you going to have Demon Finn Balor versus Brood Edge again? Like, this is what we're getting to? Because other than that, Edge has not killed Judgment Day, which is what he promised to do, and Judgment Day, I don't know. I don't fucking know what they're doing. Like, do something else now. Get some belts. You need some titles. You need some bling. That's what they need.
Yeah, Dominic Mysterio should become Intercontinental Champion.
The only way oh God, no. You got better chance to say he's going to be the U.S. Championship.
And beat Austin Theory? No way. No.
I mean,
Dominic Mysterio? No, he's good. He's not that good.
He's going to beat Gunther? Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. Look, Dominic Mysterio was in county jail. I just explained to you. It changes a man, okay? County jail is full of Gunthers or Walters. No. He can handle his shit.
Gunther is going to change him again.
Austin Theory is a whole other level, though, so.
I love Austin Theory. That man does no.
Right?
No.
Right?
No.
Right.
No.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No.
Dominic has no chance beating Austin Theory.
He has every chance to beat them. I'm done with you. I'm over. Axion Figs, thank you again. Finn is better solo or as the demon. My only problem with that particular statement is that WWE main roster over abused the demon gimmick. To now there is nothing to it. There's no, like in NXT when the demon came out, shit was about to get real. Now it's just like, oh, there he is. Demon Finn Balor. Woo! That's it. You might as well put Dominic Mysterio as Demon Dom. Actually, that could probably work, actually.
That could work. Then maybe he has a chance beating Austin Theory.
Oh,
maybe.
Get out of there. Please.
Yeah,
I'm talking to you.
Slap that boy in some paint. Bring him out. Demon Lowrider.
Now, honestly, I mean, I know he's been playing the Eddie Guerrero like gimmick there, but really, that's what I think. If you're gonna really play that out, you've got your Chyna and Rhea Ripley. You gotta get a lowrider, man. You gotta finish it off.
And it's unrelated,
or at least a Pinto.
Unrelated to the pay-per-view. But I absolutely love getting on Twitter and seeing how much Dom goes to Rey Mysterio's house like every single holiday. It shows that Dom still cares about his dad,
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to make sure his food was okay,
Yeah. Brought his girlfriend over.
Yeah. Family outing.
And then Rey Mysterio's just rude to him, But Dom keeps showing up anyway. He's trying to make amends, and I respect that.
Yes. Rumble Toys says Dominic needs to go to developmental. I mean, his dad was his developmental, really. If you really want to go down that road. I don't see what good he would do in NXT right now because as much as I really hate to say this, and I still do, him being in Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley, with Damian Priest, whoever, and Finn Balor, that is the best. That's the best way he's going to learn and not being in NXT. That's just my thoughts. We'll see what Mr. 16-time, 15-time Seen the Sky says.
Look, one of those times, somebody kicked me in the nuts. Okay.
Yeah. That's probably me.
Does Dominic Mysterio need developmental? Doesn't everybody, right? Everybody needs a little more growth and education. But once again, Dom spent time in county jail. Dom has Rhea Ripley guiding him. Is
this like a Dusty Rhodes promo? You had hard times. Let me tell you, Daddy. Hard times is when you spend 6 hours in jail. Hard times is when you with Rhea Ripley.
That might be hard times. I don't know from experience. I'm just saying sometimes the best experience is getting experience, And is Dom gonna change the world? He is not. No. He is not. But real world experience helps. If I were him, I'd be going the DDP route. DDP was the hardest working man in wrestling.
Yeah.
When he was not doing nitros and thunders, he was in the what the hell did they call it? What did they call the WCW? It was a performance center. I don't know. They had a special name for it, but he was the power plant. DDP was in the power plant every single day, working and growing and developing, and that is how DDP became. I don't know. DDP probably peaked somewhere in there before the WWE merge. Yeah, that's probably DDP peak right there, the Karl Malone thing. But that's a big test, taking on some big dumb basketball player doesn't know anything about wrestling and teaching him how to maybe put together a match while also dealing with
the NWO.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Dominic Mysterio cares enough and wants to be the man, he'll go the Kobe Bryant route and put in those hours and put in that work. If Dominic Mysterio is happy being the sub to Rhea Ripley, then cool, man. He's living his dream. Let the boy live his dream. He went to jail. He deserves this. Let him have his time.
No.
Let him have his time.
Still can. Adam, once again, Cena's expected to be back at some time soon. Probably Boston, the Raw before WrestleMania. Orton returning at WrestleMania. I don't know. Yeah, I see Cena coming back. Really, the setup right now is John Cena versus Austin Theory at WrestleMania. That's the running theory right now. Playoff words of Austin Theory. If Orton were to come back, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with him? Where does he fit in a WrestleMania card if he were to come back before WrestleMania? How would you book him?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, he would win Money in the Bank again, and then he would cash in after our tribal chief Roman Reigns defeats Cody Rhodes. He would then cash in and end our tribal chief's 900+ day reign. From that point, Randy Orton would retire as champion, never to be defeated ever again. The only man in history to go out with the title. And then it would be vacated. Roman Reigns would win it. We would hit up HR, and they would merge that separated time. So it's not a new title reign. We would just subtract a day off of
Oh,
the
okay.
900 some days.
That sounds very typical, something that you would say to defend the tribal chief and his 900 days of cheating. Yeah.
Show me 900 instances of the tribal chief cheating.
I can show you 901 days. Yeah. Talking about. Nah, get out of here.
Disrespecting our tribal
the
chief.
The chat's still hot right
Lucky
now.
He's not here.
Yeah, I wish he was. Anyway, Art G up in the house. What's up, Art G? Always glad to see you, sir. Axiom Figs does agree that old Demon Finn was the shit. Yes, he was. Anyway,
shit, yes.
So the next match was the men's Elimination Chamber match for the United States Championship against Austin Theory. We had the champion Austin Theory. We had Montez Ford, one half of the Street Profits. We had the returning Bronson Reed. Very impressed that he came back, but he's a Triple H guy, so it made sense. We had Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, and the architect, the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, sir?
I have a lot of thoughts on this.
Let's hear it. I'm interested.
My first thought is I have an enormous amount of respect for Austin Theory for stepping into that Elimination Chamber as champion and defending his title without fear. You know, went in there, put it all on the line, came out again, still champion. Not an easy task. Not many people have done it. Austin Theory did it. Some things about this match did bother me, though. So early on in the match, you know, somehow Austin Theory gets released from his pod first, which, first of all, nonsense. He's the champion. He should come out last. That's the way it goes, but it's whatever. You know, he's
not mad. Champion. I do agree with that.
He came out, he was fighting, and he's in there with Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano. They're all going at it. And it just really shows the integrity of Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano. Both of them knew Austin Theory was about to pummel them. These cowards had to team up together to go against the champion, already knowing that he has to go through this whole match with all these other people, and they have the nerve to team up on him. They locked him in a pod. He locked himself in a pod. They taunted him and mentally abused him, and then jumped him.
What?
They jumped.
Dude, what? Hold the phone. What's in that cup? What's really in that cup? Mentally abused and trapped this man? This man ran like a coward to this pod. Now, keep in mind, I like Austin Theory. Let's just put that on statement first. I like Austin Theory. This man goes running because he knows Seth Rollins is going to put that face to the floor with a curb stomp. And if he gets up from that, he's going to pedigree his ass. But he locks himself in there. He's all like, look at me, Johnny Gargano. You can't get me. I'm in this pod. Seth Rollins like, oh, well, there's a back door, right? I'm just going to come over here. And he goes, peekaboo.
Yeah.
Gets
cowards sneaking up behind your champion because that's the only way you can win. Absolutely embarrassing. You know, there were some scary spots. What's his name? Bronson Reed took a pretty scary bump there.
He did.
I'm glad he was okay. And then Montez Ford. So I want to talk about Montez Ford for a minute. In all seriousness, there was a moment when I was determining a winner. I said, can anybody beat Austin Theory? And once I realized that answer was a simple no, I said, well, you know, if somebody could, who would it be? And Montez Ford was high up there, you know, maybe in a multiverse of some sort. I thought maybe it might have been Montez Ford's time. The man's gotten a lot bigger. He has improved a lot. I like him as a singles competitor. But then he showed me why he can't be United States champion, because he's an idiot who climbs up a cell and then just drops himself and flats on the ground to be removed from a match. That's not how you win titles, sir.
That's not even what happened.
As a man who has won 15 titles in WWE 2K16, that's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it.
Get out of here! Like what? What? I'm done talking. Like this show's canceled now. Hold on. Episode 2 it's canceled. It's canceled before it even starts.
I'm just saying that's what I watched. I watched this man climb the thing and just commit career suicide, splatter himself on the ground, and then they had to roll him out of there. They said, "Oh,
that's not even how it happened."
And then they just kind of rolled him out.
Anyway, Realm of Toys says that Montez is going to be a star. I agree. Really, actually, I'm going to take that back. He had that moment when you thought the Street Profits were going to split, when they had that tournament to determine somebody to face somebody. I don't fucking remember what it was. That was the moment that they should have ran full steam ahead with splitting the Street Profits and letting them both run be single stars. But in typical WWE fashion, they said, no, we're good. We're just going to keep you tag team. It's cool. But he also says that Austin Theory is cool too. So give you street cred there. Anyway, on to some like real feedback. The men's chamber match to me was good. I liked it better than the women's match because, like I said, you had more variety of who could have won. And while I did throw like some mad heat on you about a face versus face, I really wanted to see Damian Priest get the win there. One, because if you're gonna put any type of legitimacy to the Judgment Day, you gotta carry gold, baby. And the only gold that the bloodline don't have is the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title. So you gotta get one of them. And I think that would have been the perfect one to really get the Judgment Day going in the right path of being a real solid faction. That I really did. I liked every spot that Damian Priest had done. He looked good. Finally, it reminded me of why I liked Damian Priest in NXT. He brought that flair back, and I really hope he keeps that momentum going. It won't, because it's WWE, and they're gonna fuck him over. But that would have been my pick if it wasn't for Austin Theory.
And you and I talked about it on Sunday after we went off the air, but that match was a good pairing. So it was a strong undercard. And just like I said, Natalya is needed to help boost these newer ladies. Seth Rollins was playing the very same role.
I see that I can agree with.
Yeah, but
Seth Rollins doesn't need the U.S. title.
No, he doesn't need the U.S. title. He doesn't need anything right now. Seth Rollins is Seth freaking Rollins, and it's whatever. He can coast off of that for another 5 years. But it was the first time we kind of got a glimpse of a potential future, because back in 2009, this is what we were talking about. The main event status of WWE was very full with like Batista, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Undertaker, Kane, John Cena, Randy Orton. It was very, very bloated. I was just like, wow, WWE has too much main event talent. And then over time, we dwindled down to John Cena, Randy Orton, Undertaker. And then it became John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar. The main event talent dwindled to the point where Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, does not have any true worthy competitors. But when you looked at all those guys in the chamber, and you say, all right, slap 5 years on them. Put 5 years on them, and if that trajectory holds, could they be top talent stars? And I'd be willing to put money on that. That's just my thought.
It's going to stay that way. Yep, your thought. Anyway, Axion Figs agrees also that Priest was awesome at NXT. WWE doesn't let him do his thing. I want to say they kind of do, in a weird way where it's not the NXT version of Damian Priest. It's more main. It's like it's him, but they had to alter that look because of the whole Judgment Day thing. I would love for him to go back to the Archer of Infantry. That character was just wonderful. I shed tears every time I see old clips. But I don't know if you'll ever see it again, honestly. Unless he goes solo again, and he gets like that main event push that I think one day he will get. It won't be now. It may not be in 3 years. Like Ted was saying, I can't believe I'm about to say this. In about 5 years, it'll be his time, and you'll hear his name in main event conversations. But until then, he's gonna. I think the U.S. Championship will be his first title, and it'll be a good starting point for him. If not that, I mean, it'll probably be tag team championships. With who? I don't know, because I don't see him and Finn Balor really being a tag team, even though they've been in many tag team matches. I just don't see that. I don't see that working, but we'll see. Anyway, which I mean, the last match was the match that we started the show with, and that was the main event for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against former Bloodline member, the honorary Uce, Sami Uce, now known as Sami Zayn, against the Tribal Chief, 900 plus days as cheating champion, Roman Reigns. Yeah, I said it. Cheating champion.
Disrespecting your Tribal Chief.
I am. Absolutely. I'm waiting for The Rock to come in and rock bottom his ass. Anyway, all biasness aside for a moment, that, like we said in the beginning of the show, red hot. Many pay-per-views in like the UK, the UK crowd always brings it every time they're there. But that Canada crowd, you couldn't put that fire out even if you tried. They smoking hot from beginning to end. They didn't stop. I mean, of course, let's say you had Edge, you had Natalya, of course, you had Sami Zayn in the main event. So you had a splash of Canadian stars throughout the entire night. But they reached the pinnacle at that main event. Get out of here. No one wants to drink your tears of sorrow for the cheating champion Roman and Boohoo Reigns, who still can't cut a promo. But the match was great. Like I said, Roman Reigns played the heel role perfect. Sami Zayn came in as the underdog who all likeliness should have won, but didn't win. Then, that Jimmy Uso cheating self comes in and inserts himself into the match. And then all hell breaks loose. And then what happens? Roman Reigns wins because he has to use the bloodline. Come on. Come with it. Let's hear your love of your tribal chief.
Well, I'm gonna start nicely, okay, and then we'll transition over to the harsh reality of things. So, first of all, Sami Zayn never has a bad match. Nothing but love for Sami Zayn.
No.
The only flaw Sami Zayn had on that night was he got booked against our tribal chief. He was going 90 miles per hour, not wearing a seatbelt, crashed right into a brick wall. These things happen. But nothing but love for Sami Zayn. Never has a bad match. As far as wrestling goes, this is everything that you want from a wrestling match. Strong build, good payoff, great wrestling. Roman put in that work. Sami put in that work. Paul Heyman put in that work. Sami's wife put in that work.
Hold on. I gotta stop you real quick. I loved the spot where Paul Heyman gets into the ring. He's slapping the shit out of Kevin Owens at the end of the match. I mean, that right there, pure comedy. As a pure comic spot, but it fits so great. Because I mean, like, that's typical Paul Heyman fashion. To jump in and try to defend his tribal chief and then gets his ass kicked at the end. But I laughed. I pretty much woke the whole house up because I laughed so hard.
You know, you don't know this, but Paul Heyman actually used to be a badass back in the day. And you know, he's the wise man for a reason. You know, he consults our tribal chief. 10, 15 years ago, those slaps would have been deadly.
Hold on. Chat in all forms. Have we not noticed a pattern here? Paul Heyman, the advocate for Brock Lesnar, cheated. Now he's the wise man for Roman Reigns.
Did Brock Lesnar cheat when he murdered John Cena?
I mean, he might as well.
Brock Lesnar cheat when he murdered Randy Orton?
I mean, he might
Did
as
Brock
well.
Lesnar cheat when he put the 1 in 20, 21 in 1? I don't remember how much it was because it's irrelevant because the streak was broken. Doesn't matter how many wins there were because there's a 1 at the end of it. Anyway, can I finish what I was saying?
Sure. Yep, go ahead.
So
I can give you the spotlight.
As a wrestling fan, oh boy, we're full screen. Look at that. Sorry, distracted. As a wrestling fan, I actually appreciated this a whole bunch. This is what we've been asking for a long time. And, you know, there was a good payoff to the end of the story. Now, here's the harsh reality, okay? The reason why I have a cup full of Canadian tears is because all these people got a little out of pocket with the tribal chief. Everyone's coming into this going, Sami has to win, Sami has to win, Sami has to win. Sami is the betrayer here. You don't go to the mafia, beg to be a part of the club, get your hands dirty, do these hits, get accepted, get promoted, and then when you get told to do a job, when the tribal chief hands you a chair and says, take the shot, you don't do the job, suddenly you're too good for this? And then what do you do instead? You attack the tribal chief, the man who gave you these opportunities in the first place, the man who put you on the island of relevancy, and you're going to turn around and betray him, not only him, his family, the family that took you in, the family that broke bread with you. You get this amazing opportunity, exactly what you asked for. You had everything in the world. Roman's trying to explain this to Sami's wife. Like, I would have given you everything. And you get told to do a job. Suddenly you want to act like you're too good for stuff. Don't do the job. And then turn on the tribal chief. And everyone's like, oh, Sami should win. Sami should win. Sami should be in a gutter. That's where Sami should be. The fact that the tribal chief even gave him an opportunity to shot, Sami didn't deserve that shot. Who the hell has Sami beat? Who has Sami beat in the past 6 months that makes him number one contender? You're going to betray your tribal chief and then go, I'm the number one contender. No, that's not how that works. That's not how championships work. All right? You earn your spot. Sami, have you ever been a one-time WWE 2K16 champion? Probably not. You don't have what it takes.
So, Mr. DarkClaw, I'm gonna come back to dual screen here. I got some breaking info coming in hot off the press. Remember that time that you lost in WWE 2K16?
No.
Right there, baby.
Look, anybody can get one of those from some guy living in his mom's basement. Cheap knockoff at best.
Nah. It's good. Right there, baby. Champion.
You're only bringing this out to distract the crowd from realizing that I'm 100% right.
Nope. Sorry, sir. Not happening today. No. Right there. Right there. On the good shoulder, too. On the good one.
My point is, anybody who believed that Sami Zayn, who has done nothing but get kicked in the head defending the bloodline, actually had a chance in hell of defeating the 900 plus day, the longest reign in modern wrestling history, defeating our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Pipe dream, friends. Pipe dream. Like, yeah, guy came close, give him credit, put up one hell of a match, but we could run that match 10 times and the same result's going to happen. 10 out of 10 times. Same result. Now if you talked about Daniel Bryan being champion and whatnot. Yeah, if Daniel Bryan was champion, sure. Maybe on a good day, Sami Zayn could beat him. But on Sami Zayn's best day, he can't defeat the tribal chief on his worst day.
Okay.
So get ready. Buckle up for another 900 days, friends.
Oh, yeah, that ain't happening. Anyway, enough of the crazy man's pipe dream. Overall, how would you grade this pay-per-view? A to F.
Oh, I was thinking number scale.
Nah, we don't do numbers around here. We like them letters.
That's tough because the main event was amazing. I did enjoy the men's chamber match. Everything else I could have lived without, but it's filler. It was on the card. You have to have peaks and valleys. There's going to be those things. Man, I am torn because my gut says to say C+, but I feel like calling that show a C+ is disrespectful to Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns for an amazing main event and awesome storyline.
Fair. So what's the grade? You grading this paper. We need to know what the grade is.
Oh, I'm gonna go with C+. And that's mainly because if you took out that main event match and you put in just some random bullshit, it's probably a D+.
Very fair. I pseudo agree. The main event, the men's chamber match was pretty much the weight for the show, but the build and the work put in on those two matches, in my opinion, gives it a strong B-.
I was gonna go with B-. I was very close. It was very, very close.
I would say the main event itself is an A+.
Yeah,
A+, even
100%.
Even all the crap after it, A+.
100%, absolutely. Amazing match, amazing show, amazing workers, and I'm serious. Sami Zayn never has a bad match. Go find me a bad Sami Zayn match. Not possible.
No. All right, so future things coming up. Our next planned show will be after WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. Right now, we're building up right now to the road to WrestleMania. We do know for sure that it will be currently the tribal chief Roman Reigns defending the Universal Undisputed WWE Championship against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. We do know that it will be Asuka versus Bianca Belair for the Women's Raw Championship. I don't know. Have we gotten the SmackDown one yet? I don't think so. Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. I'm trying to pull it up. No. No. Well, no. Oh, yeah, we have. It was Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. That's the planned prediction right now. Also, they're looking at potentially the Usos successfully winning and making it to WrestleMania still champions. I honestly see here, I think this is where the ripples really start to break loose for the bloodline. And it will start if Roman Reigns, and I'm being straight headed here, if Roman Reigns does win against Cody Rhodes, or they don't come up with some weird twist story where they split the belts off, because I think that's what they're trying to do and get belts on both shows again, the Usos are going to lose the tag team championships, and that's where you're going to see the true divide right now. And I think Solo Sikoa is going to fit somewhere in there, being like, I don't want to say like the next big guy, but he's going to be the next guy for that family.
Maybe time will tell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm staying corrected. It's Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. My bad, for the SmackDown title.
That's better.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. She won the Rumble. Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
I also did forget.
Yeah. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. I'm curious to really see where that's gonna go, because do you shoot down the Rhodes dream, where no Road has ever won a world title in WWE? Do you just keep that going, or do you finally let this man win? But then the question then becomes, how do you get the title off of Roman without pinning him? So I think that's kind of where this is trying to lead to.
You make him tap out.
But I mean, but then he wins both titles. So either he wins both titles. So either Roman loses to Cody, and what you're gonna do? Then you have to introduce a new belt to SmackDown.
You have to put in some sort of storyline. Like, that's just what it is. You have to put in a storyline.
Or you find some, and I think based on like how Raw has gone, I think in my mind of minds that it's going to be a triple threat match: Cody versus Roman versus Sami Zayn, and some weird finish is going to happen where like Cody pins Sami and Roman pins Cody. Something weird like that, to where you have like the double champion, and that's the only way you break them off. It's the only way that would make sense. And that makes
no sense to me.
It makes better sense than anything that WWE is about to come up with. Oh boy, here we go.
That makes absolutely no sense to me. No sense at all. At best, in your little fantasy world here, maybe if there was a triple threat match, which Sami doesn't need to be anywhere in there in the first place. Sami didn't win the Rumble. Sami lost at Elimination Chamber. Sami does not deserve to be headlining WrestleMania. Just not a thing. But let's just say, for some ignorant reason, Sami Zayn happens to be there, and maybe they both cowardly knock out the tribal chief by double teaming him. And then both of them happen to collapse on top of Roman Reigns at the same time. And the ref counts 1, 2, 3. Then you don't know who champion is. You have two winners. You have two belts. But that's the only scenario. And that's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Sorry, I took a nap. I didn't hear anything you said.
You got another 900 days of the tribal chief, okay? Go pull out your iPhones, scroll up 900 days in the calendar, and mark it, because that's how much more time you have.
Yeah, we'll get right on top of that. Anyway, let's hit some chat up for some final thoughts. Where did I leave off that? Oh, yes. Axion Figs did ask, what do you think they're going to do with Sami Zayn moving forward? Apparently, according to this guy, nothing.
I didn't say nothing.
You might as well say nothing.
I don't know why. I didn't watch Raw last night. I don't know why Baron Corbin attacked him. I think that's a huge downgrade for Sami Zayn right now. You don't go from almost defeating the tribal chief to fucking around with Baron Corbin. I don't know what they do with Sami, but that's for people smarter than me, man. I'm just a guy who gets to sit back and enjoy the ride.
I'm over you, dude. Axion also asked that he says that he loves Heyman hinting at nailing Rhodes' wife if he was to beat Reigns at WrestleMania.
See, you know what happened was he went up at Cody with those little slaps about 15 years ago. Fucked Cody up because Cody was super small. Fucking Roman or Paul Heyman just came in like pop, 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 pop. Cody's like, and then Brandy was just like, damn. Call you Paul E. dangerously for a reason.
Oh, get out of here. I'm done with you. Axion agrees with me. Definitely a B- show. Main event was a great ending to a long story. By the way, probably one of the best told stories in a long time. I mean, like, you're talking just straight build for damn near a year and a half.
No, fun fact. So for the most part, the bulk of that story has been going on since we founded helladopetoys.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's been not quite a year, but close.
It feels like it.
It does feel like a year.
Adam says, would the Trish Stratus Bianca Lita versus Damage Control match that was scratched make a difference in the grade? Nope. Not at all. Actually, I probably would have made that a C plus at that point. Maybe a solid C. Even if the match was a straight banger. No. But they do, as if you didn't watch Raw, spoiler alert. If you did watch it, what's your thought? Next week's Raw is going to be the man, Becky Lynch and Lita versus Io and, what's her name? Dakota Kai for the women's tag team titles that Lita wants to take into WrestleMania as champion, since she cannot face the man herself for a singles title. That could be interesting. I don't think it happens. I think they lose, but could be surprised. I thought you were gonna say something.
No.
Oh, okay. You had that smirk look on your face, like, oh yeah. Well, I want to say this.
No, I was admiring myself in the camera. I actually was not listening to anything you were saying at all.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Realm of Toys, I think Rey Mysterio will end up facing Dom. Yes, I agree. Father versus son match, WrestleMania. I think that will be ultimately Rey Mysterio's curtain call. If it's not there, it's at SummerSlam. But I think that's where it ends. And I think, honestly, that's also at some point in that time frame is when Judgment Day will actually end. Dom will go on a face run. Somehow he will don the Mysterio mask at some way, somehow. I don't fucking know.
Boy, do be needing a mask though.
But yes, I do see that match being added to the card here within the next probably week or two. Adam also confirming that it is Charlotte versus Rhea, because I don't pay attention to those things. What we have? Usos. Oh, hey. Our guest from Sunday, Jason, how you doing? From 3 Geeks Podcast. Welcome. Who else we got here? Axion Figs once again, best story in WWE in a long time. It is, and I don't see how you beat that unless Triple H has got something up his sleeves, which he might. Mr. Wonderful, welcome. A pleasure to have you here. Hope all is well. Jason, I don't watch wrestling, but I'm here to hang out with you. Hey, we take the support either way we get it. We appreciate you stopping in. And Mr. Wonderful, once again, that show was the best pay-per-view in a long time. Zayn and Roman was very enjoyable, even with the ending. Okay, so let's talk about this ending because I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to get through the chat and get caught back up. But
talk about the ending.
So if you go through the people Roman has beaten up to this point, including Sami Zayn, he has faced Kevin Owens 4 times. Clearly has lost 4 times.
Embarrassing.
Very. I sadly will agree with this one. How do you think the actions of Kevin Owens is going to bleed into this continued story?
I don't know. At this point, Cody won the Rumble. Cody's going to Mania. I understand Roman and Owens have unfinished business, but at the same time, man, if you keep getting your ass beat by a dude, maybe stop trying to fight him. That's just my thought. I don't know. I don't know because again, there's people smarter than me out there.
Let me ask you this in fantasy booking world. Fantasy booking. I want you to just put that hat on real quick. If you had to read between the lines says that this would be the likely outcome for the main event night 2 of WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes versus Roman versus Sami versus Kevin Owens. In a fantasy booking world, because they all have, well, outside of Cody, because Cody doesn't really fit in the story. Like this, like he would be like Batista when he came back with the whole Daniel Bryan Triple H story. He fits there because he won the right to be there, but he's just there.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like you're making a lot of mess over the same result. They still gonna lose. Still gonna lose. Okay. And I don't know if I need all the extra bells and whistles. Give me Roman. Give me Cody. That's what put the butts in the seats. I don't know what's in the future for Roman and Kevin. Maybe Kevin gets distracted by Sami for a little bit. Who knows? I don't know. I do know that there's not much else for Kevin Owens to do.
No.
I mean, what do you got? The next biggest thing in there, you got Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins. And that's it for about top tier talent, I think.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's unfortunate. I don't know. That's my answer. If I was fantasy booking it, I would create absolute trash. Absolute trash. I'm a terrible fantasy booker. There's literally a game, Total Extreme Wrestling. Amazing game. Amazing game.
Not sponsored, but that is also currently on the PlayStation Network.
No, you should go. No. I'm talking Total Extreme Wrestling. It's a PC game. You're thinking
they changed the idea, but it's the same game.
No, you're thinking
same build, the same thing.
Game.
No, it's the same.
I don't think it is.
I have it on my system right now.
I don't think it's the same. You're gonna have to show me that later. Anyway, amazing game. And I'm terrible at it because so I don't know how to develop talent.
Mr. Wonderful, once again, thank you. From a story standpoint, Roman underestimated Sami. The story was perfect. Sami has been watching Roman for months, right by his side to take him down. He was able to put on such a fight because of it. I mean, if you're gonna learn from the best to beat the best, you did it the right way. You know all of his movesets. I mean, you pulled out the Superman punch, you speared him, you haluva kicked him.
Isn't this exactly what I went on a rant about?
Yeah, we're done
20 minutes ago.
We didn't ask for you to.
This is the exact same thing that I said. Sammy's a snake.
Okay,
they're gonna boo Roman. Mr. Wonderful agrees with me.
Yeah, whatever. No one asked you. He also says that won't happen. I'm guessing that's in reference to the fantasy booking Fatal 4-Way. There's going to be a Zayn and Jay spat that will eventually put Zayn and Kevin in the corner together for the titles. I did hear that that idea for a story arc. I mean, it probably will. It probably will happen, but I personally don't want to see it. I don't. I mean, I guess if you're going to find something for Kevin Owens to do, that is going to be it. It still keeps the bloodline story with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens together. It would fit exactly what I just said earlier, that if they're gonna lose the tag team titles at WrestleMania, there it is. But I don't know. That's just me. I guess Adam also agrees Zayn and Kevin versus Usos at WrestleMania. Mr. Wonderful. Roman versus Cody is going to be the match. They'll split the titles and let Cody grab one belt. Then Roman can feud with Zayn, with Kevin and Zayn being See, yes. I mean, then how do you split the belts? This is a legitimate. I'm asking a legitimate question now. How do you split these titles?
You can't just not talk about it and have it happen in a match. It has to be discussed through a storyline some way, somehow, through some sort of strange occurrence. So when, John Cena and Batista both dumped each other out of the Royal Rumble, right? And then Vince McMahon tore both his quads. That wasn't a thing that was supposed to happen. They had to restart the match. You need some sort of strange scenario like that built into a storyline. It's the only way you separate the belts. You just don't do it randomly via wrestling rules in a match.
But you can. There's really one way you can do it, and it's the easiest answer. It's a ladder match. You put both titles up in the air in a ladder. They both climb it. They're beating each other. As they fall, they both grab a belt. That is by far the simplest explanation in wrestling terms that you could split the titles where it actually 100% makes sense.
So the intent is to grab both belts,
right? The intent was always to grab both, but in WWE fashion and for show for the crowd, you're putting a fight on the top rung of the ladder. You could say Roman does some standing Superman punch on the top rung to Cody, and fashion of Cody trying to save himself. He grabs a belt, the ladder. I don't know. You can figure out the dynamics of how that's going to work. But that's how you split them. If you're going to do it in a pay-per-view and put a reason behind it, because then you put them both on Raw the next night, and then you have this conversation. Well, I'm the champion. No, well, I'm the champion. Well, Vince McMahon comes out or Triple H comes out, and they do what they do. It's the only way it makes true 100% sense with no crazy four-way pins. It is a ladder match. Each one grabs the title. Cody takes the WWE Championship to Raw. The undisputed title goes back to SmackDown where it was to begin with, which continues Roman Reigns' original reign as undisputed champion, because that was the belt he carried, and it continues on. Kind of like what Mr. Wonderful was saying. He can feud with Sami. He can feud with Kevin Owens. You can start a new feud. You can do whatever you want at that point, because now that one belt, who still originally will continue the 900 days, would still make sense.
Well, I have some really good news for you.
I'm listening.
This is a thing that we don't have to worry about for another 900 days, because our tribal chief is going to continue to reign. So, Mr. Black Knight, don't let this keep you up at night. All right, because
don't worry, I'll sleep good tonight.
Roman's going to be our undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion for a very long time, man. And that feels good.
You're an asshole. Mr. Wonderful TW by Adam Ryland.
Yes.
Also says PC game, it's great. If it's not by Adam Ryland, it's not the same. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I've played the PC game. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying there is a console version that is a complete duplicate of it. Mr. Wonderful says that he acknowledges you. You're backing the wrong guy, buddy. Backing the wrong guy.
Well, Aaron, you want to refill my glass for me? I'm about out of Canadian tears here.
Nah, I'm good. My tears are sour and won't taste good. Adam says he said it earlier. Last Friday, they had the Usos defend only the SmackDown Championship. They will be separating all championships, including the big one. I mean, yeah, but no one cares about the SmackDown. But no one cares about the tag team titles. You can do whatever you want with them. You could probably just say, here's the other titles back. We don't care. I mean, for story purposes, sure. No one cares. They care about the main titles. Hell, the women's titles got more prestige right now than the fucking the tag team titles. And that's coming from me. Tag team titles. I know Triple H loves tag teams, but nope. Mr. Wonderful, once again, I expect Heyman will push some kind of spin as the stable is fracturing and Rhodes should only get a shot at one title. I agree. I do agree with that. If by some chance that WrestleMania does end with Roman walking out, but then that kind of backs the original point of what this jackass was saying the entire time. No. I just want to prove him wrong, honestly. That's my whole point. And the R&R will come down to a count out or double elimination, and Triple H will call it. They each get a belt. I don't like that idea. I guess I don't like that at all. Actually, I mean, a double count out. Or a count out. A count out champion retains no matter what. So that eliminates that idea. A double elimination, unless it is a match in which someone has to get eliminated, I don't see that as an outcome. I would see somehow Triple H would figure out some way to say you both win, but it has to come down to, like I said earlier, you have to make it a ladder match. But let's see what this guy's got to say.
As a 15-time WWE 2K16 World Heavyweight Champion.
So you lost one now. You were 16, now you're 15.
No, it's 15.
So you're saying, so hold on, you're saying you cheated something in the system.
Roll the reel back. I'm just saying, when you just start giving these bad boys out to anyone, they become participation trophies. And you can't just crap on a beautiful title like this WWE 2K16 World Heavyweight Championship title right here. You start giving them away to everybody who gets counted out, then Aaron's going to end up with a whole bunch of shelves behind him full of titles, full of glory.
I mean, I have that right now.
Interesting. So it's already started.
We can set up a match right now. We can go. I got a mattress and some rope.
My PS4 needs about 4 hours worth of updates. So
anyway, Adam says ladder match genius. See, someone understands the geniusness that happens up here.
Like I said, you don't have to worry about it. Neither of you have to worry about it. We're a year from now, we're going to be celebrating 1,200 days of our tribal chief.
If Roman Reigns makes it to 1,200 days as champion, there's going to be a riot somewhere.
It's not if, it is when, and the day is coming. And it's actually a year from now. We can mark it on our calendars real quick.
I'm going to mark.
Hey, Siri, go ahead and mark in there 1,200 days as Roman Reigns as the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Thanks, babe.
There's something wrong with you. You might need to go get checked out. Mr. Wonderful, I think this is in regards to the tag team titles. Maybe they bring FTR and have a double pin in a triple threat match. I mean, I don't know if you saw the picture on the old Twitter or the Instagram, but there was an image of a contract, or what seemed to look like a contract, with a partial WWE logo. And FTR's contract with AEW is coming to an end very soon. Could we see them return, because FTR was brought into NXT under Triple H's reign, and he is head of creative of the main roster? Not to switch conversation quickly, but I'm curious, sir, Mr. DarkClaw, could we see FTR return?
I think it's just a matter of time. FTR is too good to be wandering around the indie circuit as they currently are. I understand they're under contract with AEW, who has grossly abused them. Like, it's ignorant the amount of talent that those men have that is not being properly utilized. And if you look at their history, the only person who ever did properly utilize it was Triple H. I am not a big tag team wrestling fan. Never really liked it as a kid. But watching FTR in NXT made me a tag team wrestling fan. Probably two of the best to do it. But traveling around to random gyms, or having to fly out to Mexico and fly out to Japan and back and forth and here and there, not really worth it. They're better than that. The clock is ticking on them as far as how many good years they have left where they can do that. Don't want them being like it's not the Rockers. It's that old NWA tag
Express
team. Yes. We don't want FTR to be that. Let them go out. Let them have their peak. Let them do their thing. Let them get some damn gold. Show that they're the best in the fucking world, and call it a day. And give something for all those little fucking kids out there to look forward to, and maybe remind some fucking people what wrestling's all about again.
Fair. Mr. Wonderful said that he found that title there at Target for like $10. He snagged him one.
What title? Not my title.
Yeah, yours.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. There's a difference. This title is what they give to champions. Anything else that you may find laying around, it's just grifter crap. You got scammed, pal. You got scammed. I'm sorry. This is real leather. These are real diamonds.
Okay.
These are real lip prints from me kissing my
That's
title.
probably the only real thing on that belt,
sir. Former 15-time WWE 2K16 champion here. Put some respect on it.
I'll have Siri take care of that for me.
Do that.
All right. I think that was everything in chat. Well, I think, yeah. See Siri right there, taking care of business. But is there anything else you would like to add, sir?
Yeah.
Do you need the spotlight?
No, I don't.
I wasn't gonna give it to you anyway.
Cool. No, great show. Enjoy doing this show with you. All the people that randomly popped in that now think I'm Andrew Taste and the biggest asshole in the world. Guess what, friends? You're fucking correct. Welcome to the club.
This is really him. This is what I deal with for
those Sunday shows. I just fake the whole fucking thing.
Like when we're not talking about toys, guess what?
Guess what, assholes? Me 24 fucking 7. No, but I appreciate everybody coming in and joining the show. We didn't know if anybody was going to come here and listen to us talk about wrestling. I can barely stand listening to you talk about wrestling most of the time. So sorry, I don't have my sunglasses on. I did that backwards. I was supposed to stop doing that.
This is how you know this is real.
But no, I appreciate everybody coming in and joining the show and taking some time with us. I also greatly appreciate Realm of Toys 89, who pulled through hardcore with the thumbnail for this show. So that Roman Reigns photo on the cover of this video, Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, defeating Sami Zayn, by the way, that was done by Realm of Toys. While normally for our Sunday shows, I'll do the toy photography for it, but trying to create wrestling backgrounds and having modern day wrestlers, like if I pull out my wrestling figures, I have Sheamus and Triple H and Batista and John Cena. It just doesn't really work well. And the man pulled through hardcore for us. Absolutely. And I really appreciate that. Absolutely amazing shot.
Make sure if you're not following, please make sure you are. I said his work is top tier.
Stellar shot. And I meant to put his logo on the thumbnail when he sent it to us when I edited it. And I forgot, and I feel bad, but go check out Realm of Toys, one of the best toy photographers out there right now. And, this was an experiment for us. I don't need this anymore. This was an experiment for us, because we've been doing our Sunday show, and adding a show is a lot. That's a lot for both of us. This is time and planning out of our days. And, if people are interested in this type of show, let us know, give us some feedback, put a like on the video, throw a comment in there saying, hey, I would really like to watch this again. I think for now, we're just going to dabble in post pay-per-view-ness and kind of see
or major
where it
breaking
goes.
news.
Yeah, because again, this takes away from us packing orders and getting them shipped out and stuff. Not that things still aren't going to go out in one business day.
Yeah, I got packages upstairs I got to send out.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. So yeah, if you like the show, please let us know. If you don't like the show, also let us know, because we'll just not do this and just talk on the phone and drink, and then I don't have to.
Or we'll read it and
be
we'll
such an asshole.
What we do anyway.
This is what we do. This is what we do. But yeah, I really appreciate the response from everybody showing up. So thank you, and that's all I have.
All right. So that ends our show for the day. Once again, next planned wrestling talk will be ideally the Tuesday after WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. So stay tuned. Make sure you're following us on all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Find us everywhere. And then we will see you guys next Sunday for our This Is Hella Dope show. Do we have a guest that week, right?
We don't have a guest this week. So we have Realm of Toys on March, I believe it's the 5th, whatever the first Sunday of March is. We have Realm of Toys, and then we need to reach out to our good buddy Mr. Largo about moving him up. And then we have Tony from Analog Toys on March 18th, which is a Saturday. And then on, I think it's the 26th, we have Jason from Spiro Toys. And then somewhere in there, because we're taking a break on April 2nd for Mrs. DarkClaw's birthday and WrestleMania, we got to get Bobby rebooked. Bobby had Valifair, and we had to move some dates around, which is fine. And then, yeah, I think that's all we have booked for guests at the moment.
You should
But
probably like put that on a calendar, like send me a calendar. This is hey. So I don't keep saying every week, hey, don't we have a guest? And it's like, no, we don't.
well, we just had this conversation literally 48 hours ago, so I don't know.
Pint glass, man.
yeah, no, there's no guest. Realm of Toys will be our next guest. But this coming Sunday, I'm calling the show Streams of Future Past.
May need to tune in next week to see exactly what we're talking about there.
Very excited for that one.
All right. Anything you want to plug, sir?
No. Follow us on Instagram. Go to helladopetoys.com and buy some action figures so we can afford to do live streams.
Yeah, right. Before we go, we'll get these final chats out the way. Mr. Wonderful enjoyed the wrestling chat for sure. We'll definitely tune in there. Enjoyed it a ton. We appreciate you, Mr. Wonderful. He came to us from Instagram. Yes, Instagram. So thank you. Yes, it's from Instagram. So thank you for tuning in and following us. Adam says, do you have any wrestling toys on the site? We do. We are looking into some newer things. So give us some time. We got some hotness that may pop in over the next couple months. There's some new WWE Elites and things coming. So stay tuned for pre-orders. And if you are subscribed to the newsletter for the website, and if you're not, I would suggest doing so. We will be sending out email blast of all and any new goodies coming to Hello Dope Toys. And Axion Figs, the last comment of the night. Fun show, guys. Love hanging out with you guys. Axion Figs, we love you hanging out with us. Anyway, I am the one and only Black Knight. That guy over there is Ted DarkClaw. We thank you guys for hanging out with us on Hella Dope Wrestling Reviews, Episode 1. Elimination Chamber. We are going to send you out with a shameless plug for Hello Dope Toys. Peace.